listen, do not be fooled by all this content you see on YouTube. Do not just up and quit your job for YouTube. I'm telling you right now, don't do it. Now, I know you may see a lot of content creators that are doing it full time and they're having, great success, but the truth is that's not going to happen for most people. And I'm just being honest, especially when it comes to the creators that are living off their AdSense, because most channels don't even get monetized. That's just something that I don't think a lot of people are thinking about, or they see these channels that blow up and they're making crazy AdSense and, getting crazy amounts of viral type views. But, that doesn't happen for most people. And you might ask how I know this. That's because I've been on YouTube since 2016. I've started, I have about 4 or 5 channels. So I've been on this platform for a long time. I know what's possible. I know what works. I know what doesn't work. And from my experience, I think YouTube is best at least starting out as a side hustle. And that's not to say that you can't do it full time, because it's definitely possible. So that's how I started my YouTube journey. It wasn't even to make money. I just wanted to document my fitness journey. And then obviously over time I seen, this could be something that I could monetize. And at that time, I didn't have the best job. I wasn't making a lot of money. So I, thought that that was an opportunity for me to, have a side hustle and increase my income. So I started making some income from, my fitness content that I was putting out. And fast forward to now, I now work for myself. So I've been self-employed for about 10 months now. And I am a content creator. Most of what I do is, centered around creating content. Like I create content for this channel. I have other channels. I create content for brands and businesses. So I am a content creator. But YouTube is not my main source of income, and I can't live off of and support my family from just, what I'm getting paid from YouTube. Honestly, most of the money that I've made, since I've been on YouTube has been from, making money outside of AdSense, and honestly monetizing the skills that I gained from being a content creator. So that's things such as video editing, YouTube channel management, because I understand the platform and how to grow, obviously creating content as well. So UGC type stuff. So creating content for brands, businesses, and creating content about different products. So that's what has worked best for me. I can only speak from my perspective. And, I made money from AdSense, but, at the peak of this channel, this is my biggest channel. I think the most I was making from AdSense was 400, 500, 600, something around that amount. So that's just kind of my journey, on YouTube. And of course, everyone's journey is different. How it worked out for me is probably going to be different for you. But I would say if you want to quit your job for YouTube, first off, you need a plan. So I'm really speaking to people that they don't really understand it, and they just kind of see this shiny object being YouTube, and they're like, I'm just gonna randomly quit my job. Like, that's not smart at all. And also relying on AdSense, to support you, or if you have a family as well, full time. I don't think that's the best, kind of business model as well. Like I said, I made most of my money from other things. And I think that's something that you need to focus on. If you want to quit your job for YouTube, you need to focus on building a brand, right? A personal brand, but you need a business model behind that, a business strategy behind your channel. And the problem that I'm seeing is most people are just relying on the AdSense, or just thinking about that, and just thinking more so about just creating content for the platform and letting the platform pay them. And the point I'm trying to say, if you're doing it that way and you're trying to get a full-time income from that, it's not going to happen for most people. And also it's going to be very hard, because what you get paid from AdSense, really it depends on the amount of views that you're getting. And the thing about views is they can fluctuate, right? Over the years that I've been on YouTube since 2016, I've seen that views, go like this. The algorithm can change. I know if you watch YouTube videos where they're talking about YouTube, you see a lot about the algorithm changing. So I guess what I'm trying to say in terms of AdSense is very unpredictable. And when you do some of these other things, like I talked about UGC, creating services around your channel, you know, affiliate marketing, digital products, these are all different things I've done. Those you can, for one, make more money because AdSense, it really doesn't pay too much. And like I said, it depends on how many views you're getting. It also depends on the niche that you're in. So what I'm saying is there are easier and better ways to monetize, and honestly faster ways to monetize than just waiting to, you know, get accepted into the YouTube partner program. Like, you can monetize before that, right? I mean, I've done it. Like, I have a small channel, another channel that I have, you know, I was already monetizing that channel when I had like around 200 subscribers. So it's very possible. You don't need a bunch of views. That channel isn't getting crazy amounts of views. I'm not going viral. Also not into the partner program yet I'm still monetizing that channel. And that's because I have a actual business model that I'm building around the content and not just pumping out content and random content. And this video is to not discourage you, or it's not to make you believe that you can't do YouTube full time. Like I said earlier, it is very possible. It can be done in a better way than a lot of people are doing it. And people need to understand you need to have a plan and not just kind of, you know, randomly quitting and just thinking you're going to go viral and get crazy amounts of views and crazy amounts of you know, when it comes to your AdSense check. It just doesn't work like that. And this is coming from a person who's been on YouTube since 2016. And if you made it this far, I have more videos on my channel where I talk about how to monetize your YouTube, also how to monetize and gain certain skills if you want to make money online or even start a online business. So I'll link some of those videos in the video description. If you got value from this, drop it a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in my next video.